In April of 2019, a YouTuber named Matt Field uploaded a video on his channel Field Days, in which he recorded footage of him sleeping in a haunted cave. Matt's channel is a bit more extreme than other outdoor exploration channels. His videos often feature him leaving civilization behind and going to remote locations for days, living only off the fish he catches and the animals he hunts. However, in the video he takes things to a whole new level as he didn't bring any water for the trip, hoping to find water to drink in the cave. After about 4 hours of walking, he finally found the cave and climbed down the man-made ladder inside, venturing deeper into the cave. Matt crawled into different holes he found to see if any of them led anywhere. At one point in the video he mentioned he felt like he was being watched. Around this time he started hearing a couple of rocks falling near the entrance, and the sound of some sort of animal walking around.
Noises which I've heard, which completely, the second noise, I had goosebumps from my head to toes. I'm talking a sound I've never heard it before in my entire life. Very strange sound. The first one was a rock falling. The second sound, I froze, man. I was like frozen, like I couldn't move. I was just waiting for something just to like whack me. It's just strange, very strange feeling in here. But when my mate said he's being watched, I'm feeling that feeling. I am 100% feeling uneasy in this cave right now. I swear to God it was the ladder that I come into the cave on. It was swinging. Now, I think I'm just tripping balls, but I swear to God it was the ladder swinging. And second thing is just that weird sound I heard again. It's just a very strange noise, but can't really put my finger on.
Matt mentioned that he heard the sound of a ladder swinging and also mentioned hearing strange noises. However, at around 11 p.m. when he begins to eat his baked beans for dinner, this is the point where things start to become more disturbing.
Nearly at midnight. One crazy thing is, it's a full moon tonight as well, so all of the weird things are in our favour. That is beautiful. Baked beans in a haunted cave. Oh my f***ing God. That was the sound. That is the sound. Did you hear that? Look at my arms. I got full goosebumps. It's the chains moving when I climb down the ladder. It's a big, heavy, thick chain. Wind can't move that.
Matt reported hearing the sound of chains rattling. When he recorded the video, it wasn't a windy night at all. He also mentioned that the wind couldn't move the chain as it was extremely thick and heavy. The fact that the chains were moving can only mean that there's someone or something down there with him.
I really hope you guys heard that chain move just then. I'm 100% certain it's the chain that I walked in. You can't move that chain with wind. It's way too heavy. There is no wind coming in here. There's no wind even for cup. Holy shit. Oh my fucking God. You must have heard that just then. Look at my arms, dude. Oh, this.
After hearing the sounds multiple times, Matt tries to leave and finally gets out of the haunted cave. However, this wasn't going to be as easy as he had expected.
Now I'm booting on out of here. I just heard a sound. It's not normal. It's definitely not a normal sound, and I'm scared shitless. I'm not gonna lie. It's probably about 2 hours, so it would be around 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm getting out of here. Hear the bats? But they're really flying around here. They are active for some reason. And I just heard a sound that I've never heard before. I'm probably freaking out. I'm just being a but look, I'm at the ladder. So this is the ladder that was making the sounds. Now you're trying to tell me that this big ladder, something has to move this. And it has to move it because a rock fell and rolled all the way down here somewhere. So something was moving this chain 3 times in a row. I don't know. I don't want to go. I don't want to leave this cave. Okay, I'm going to make a decision to stay in here for the whole entire night. The sounds and the chain wiggling doesn't make any sense to me at all, but at the same time, it's like...
After the bizarre noises stopped, he chose to stay near the entrance for the rest of the night. However, just a couple of hours later, he claimed to hear hissing sounds that sounded like human voices. Despite searching the cave, he couldn't find anything that could have been making those noises. Thankfully, as soon as the sun rose, he managed to leave the cave safely and never return to it again.
Keep hearing the strange noise up on the top of the mountain.
This right here is a YouTuber named Jason who in April of 2019 uploaded a video to his channel Appy Mountain Trekkers, in which he recorded footage of his solo overnight trip to the mountains. His channel mostly focuses on outdoor activities and he frequently uploads videos of his solo adventures. However, on this particular day, during his hike up the mountains, he encountered something truly disturbing. As soon as he arrives at the campsite, Jason begins setting up his tent and shows his viewers how he starts a fire as the sun begins to set. While waiting for nightfall, he decides to try spoon carving. This is when he hears a strange sound coming from the woods.
Keep hearing the strange noise up on the top of the mountain. I can't figure out what that is. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it sounds like some kind of, almost sounds like a bird, but it doesn't. Of course it quits. I'm hearing things. This may be a long night.
As the sound was coming from the top of one of the mountains, he dismissed it as a bird or some other small animal and continued setting up for the night. At about 9 in the evening, he turned off his camera to go to bed. But just an hour later, he was woken up by a scary sound that he said he'd never heard before and described it as a strange growling animal call.
Alright guys, we'll give you a quick update. It's about 10 after 10 and I was trying to go to sleep. I was woke up by something I've never heard in my life. I heard like 4 quick, very loud, deep guttural calls on this ridge behind me, behind camp. But it was like 4 calls, almost like a communication call of some kind. I'm still rattled. I've never heard anything like that in my life. It sounded like a mix between almost like a pig, some kind of, I hate to even say it, but a pig, an ape, and the calls almost sounded like how the velociraptors communicate with each other on Jurassic Park. I've never heard anything like that in my life.
After the jarring awakening, he attempts to go back to sleep. However, just a few hours later, around 1 a.m., he wakes up once more to what he describes as the sound of something or someone circling his tent.
About 1 o'clock, I woke up again. I heard something circling my camp. Whatever it is, it's close. I heard that. Whatever it is, it sounded like there was 2 or 3 of them. And it started on the other side of my camp. Went around my perimeter.
If you look closely at the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, you can see the reflection of what appears to be 1 or 2 sets of eyes as he pans his flashlight over them. Although there are many animals with eyes that reflect light at night based on the fiery white color of the reflection, it's very likely that Jason was being observed by wolves or coyotes. If this were the case, Jason would be in grave danger. However, he doesn't even seem to notice the eyes watching him as he scans the area with his flashlight. Luckily, he went back to his tent and slept safely through the night. When he woke up the next morning, he recorded another update for his viewers. But he never mentioned the eyes that his camera had captured the night before, suggesting he might have never noticed.
I just heard some voices. And Amika was like, what's that noise?
These right here are a father-daughter duo named Gary and Amika from Scotland. In March 2023, they uploaded a pretty disturbing footage of their encounter during their trip to Tentsmuir Forest in Scotland. Their channel mostly consists of their travels around Europe in their camper van. The videos are usually pretty wholesome and entertaining, but in this particular video that was not the case, as they were walking through the woods when Amika told her dad she heard voices somewhere near them. After searching for a while, this is what they found.
We just heard some voices, and Amika was like, what's that noise? Wasn't you?
Yeah.
So, we just stopped and had a look in these woods. Look at how scary that is. Put the torch on. Whoa.
Look at that one. That one's got red and black hair.
That is weird, isn't it? Look at them everywhere.
Eek.
Here's even one on the ladders.
Oh, there's someone lying on the ground. Without
Falling
any
over. Look at the one on the ladders, going up the tree.
Oh yeah, that's
What about the washing line over there to the left? Yeah, there. Keep it there. And there's a whole house there.
Whole house full of those.
Yeah. And there's a car.
All with them in.
Oh, there, man. Stop there. And there's the old car as well.
After encountering numerous creepy mannequins dressed in costumes, Gary and Amika stumbled upon some unsettling paintings hanging outside a small cabin in the middle of the woods. It's unclear why all of this was set up, but whoever did it clearly went to great lengths to make it as creepy as possible. As Gary and Amika tried to leave the woods, a suspicious-looking car began to approach them from the other side.
There's a car coming over there. No, I'm moving this place.
I've got a clue. Like I said, that was the weirdest thing I think I've ever seen. Right then,
Yeah,
let's get out of here. I think that car is coming down here.
Fortunately, both Gary and Amika were able to safely return to the van without crossing the car's path. And to this day, there are no further updates on who or why someone would set up these creepy mannequins.